Alright, we're back. Dark Artists United, once again. All multidimensional beings in all realities. Alright, I'm gonna kick this video off with me addressing a question that somebody sent to me on Facebook, Kyle13. They wrote down here, alright, this is the question. How can I go about getting an elderly loved one to understand the true knowledge and power of self without offending them because of their religious upbringing? Peace and love. Back at you, man. Alright. Yeah, man, I know it's tough. It is tough when you get into this stuff and when you start to remember what you are. Every entity is in a different position in their moment point, in their perception of space and time. So some entities may be fortunate where they don't have to deal with other people, really, or their opinions, or they've matured enough where they don't have to care about their opinions. Others may not be so fortunate, whereas like they manifested themselves into a reality that might be within a strong religious background, upbringing. And it's tough, man, because like once you become awakened to what you are, you want to tell everybody. That's how it is. I mean, quite naturally, if something's good, you want to share it, right? So you want to hit everybody up and be like, yo, man, we're multi-dimensional, man. This guy fucking on YouTube, Seth Dark Arts, man. You said this shit, man, made me think. It doesn't have to be me. It could be anybody. But once you start to awaken, you just want to get it out, get the word out, man. But you might be dealing with opposing forces, not just from outsiders, but from loved ones, family members that have their own beliefs and stuff. So I said in the last video, I believe that the goal of any person who's here to help other entities reawaken to what they are, to remember who they are, you have to work within belief systems and understand that even though you don't believe in the belief system that this person is working with, whether it be a religion or a science or whatever it is, it's their belief system still. And consider yourself lucky that if you're one of those fortunate beings who are able to awaken and realize, all right, all this shit is really just an illusion, and bypass all that, then that shows you how powerful you are. Others, they may need those belief systems. So what you do is, like I said in the last video, you explain things to them from the deeper perspective and use their symbolism to help them understand it. So like what I do is, right, when I come across people that have a real heavy religious background, whether it be Buddhism or Christianity or any of these things, right, I always bring up similarities. Like, I'll mention things that, say, happen in the Bible, and then I'll throw my own twist or spin on it. And so you got to be tricky, man, because a lot of entities, man, we're all so powerful. We create our own realities. So we believe these things that we've manifested ourselves, actually. And we're so strong that sometimes most people don't break up out of it, man. They get trapped there for at least for this lifetime, and it might carry on into other lifetimes for them. So you use their symbolism to help guide them through to a deeper understanding, and hopefully through that way you can show them what you're talking about using the camouflage of the belief system that they're attached to, hopefully with the goal of guiding them beyond the belief system to realize that, like I said in the last bit, it's just a belief system. But yeah, don't worry about it, man. I mean, you can't really force anyone to believe anything. They have to come to this knowledge on them, on their own, by themselves. And I know it can be tough, man, especially if they have this strong belief and then they're not trying to hear you, but they want you to hear them, And I meet a lot of people like that, They'll be like, wow, you talking about this multi-dimensional stuff. All you need is the power of Christ. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. I could agree with that, man. You know, the power of Christ. You know, I could go get down and understand your background with Jesus and God and, you know, all these people, these characters. But, and then they'll be like, yeah, yeah, that's right. And then you try to be like, but, just try to hear what I'm saying. No, no, I don't want to hear that. It's Jesus Christ and that's it. So a lot of people are selfish, man. You know, they just want you to believe what they want you to believe. And they ain't trying to hear nothing else. But, that's all right. Don't worry about them. And a lot of times they're not ready to remember who they are. We all manifest here for different reasons. That's why I said my videos are, I'm not really making videos to try to make people believe anything. These videos are specifically for those who have manifested here and temporarily forgotten what they are and who they are, and they need this information to help reactivate their memories to come back to terms with what they are and what they're doing here. It's not for, these videos are not for skeptics, and I'm not here to debate anybody on what's the right way, the wrong way, and all these things. It's simply, it is what it is. A source of information that's coming from another portion of yourself that has realized that other portions of itself have actually forgotten its purpose of why it's here. And it decided to make these videos to help reawaken those other portions. Because we're all portions of each other. I went into counterparts in the last video, but basically, you're me and I'm you. That's it. Just in a different perspective of realm of thinking and probability. But this is where the phrase "we're all connected" from comes to. Yeah. So don't worry about other people. If they have these belief systems, because you can't really change them. They have to do it on their own. Like I said, to summarize once again, just try to work within the belief system that they're with, and if possible, gently try to guide them away from that into a wider spectrum of ideas and awareness. That's it, because it's all about awareness. Everything is just a belief system at the end of the day. So even if they want to believe in their religious upbringing, I mean, hey, let them do it. I mean, maybe they manifested here for that purpose. Maybe that's the reality that they want to experience. That's how you got to start looking at it, man. Like, when you come across people who you bring out obvious things to them, like things that are so obvious, you're like, yeah, just look at the information, man. Just look at it. And they could be like, no, I don't want to see it. This is not real. I don't believe in this stuff. And you have to understand, oh, well, perhaps this is the reality that they're here to experience, a closed-minded reality. And it doesn't even have to be closed-minded. Perhaps this is just what they want to believe. You know, if you want to believe in the power of Christ, hey, go ahead and believe it. Or any other religious beliefs. But unfortunately for them, they just don't realize that all those stories of the gods and all the holy books and all those things, they were all written by us. That's it. We put all those things here to help remind us of the great power that we have. And unfortunately, many of us have completely forgotten that we even put that there, and get spooked out by it when these things pop up. And we assign it to gods and demons and evil spirits and all this other nonsense. But it's all coming from us. We're manifesting everything, literally everything. So yeah, that's what I have to say on that. Now, where am I going to go from here? Because I wasn't expecting on making a video, but, you know, the nature of spontaneity, shit just pops up and happens. Well, alright, I hit y'all with another otherworld reality experience. The other night, I had a lot of interesting activity going on recently, man, because it's like, once you start using those inner senses, man, that I keep pushing the inner senses. I'm gonna talk about that forever. So whoever's getting tired of hearing about the inner senses, you might as well just start watching my videos, because I'm gonna continue to talk about them forever. Because each video I have to bring it up to get it into my fellow brothers and sister entities and their mindset, so they can remember. Fuck, man, you keep talking inner senses. Now today I'm gonna check out where are these inner senses. But in a sense, to take you wherever you want to go. So the key with a lot of things, I may have said this in the last video, is imagination, man. But people don't even know what imagination is. They just say, yeah, well, it's just your imagination. Yeah, that's what makes me laugh, right? Check this out. A lot of doctors, right? You see, I've met doctors a lot of times and heard through the years. They'll say some shit like, oh, it's all in your head. It's all a manifestation within your mind. It's not real. Well, if that's the case, if it's all in my head, I really need to be worried, because that's the only place anything is happening at is within your own mindset. So when a person claims like, oh, I see a demon's trying to kill me, or I'm seeing dead people, ghosts, all this shit, right? And these psychologists, psychotherapists, or whoever, they'll come out and be like, yeah, well, it's all a manifestation of your mind. It's not real. It's just a hallucination. If it's all in my head, then I really need to get on board, because that's where all the power is at. So you need to ask yourself, what is a hallucination? And this is like one thing that I don't see too many videos going up on, or people addressing. What really is the true nature of a hallucination? Hallucination. See, this is the thing. We base things on if other people witness them or not. If you had, just say for example, like a rainbow bear walking down the street, if one person saw that and no one else seen it, everyone would say, oh, that guy's crazy, man. He saw a rainbow pink bear walking down the street. But if 5 people see it, then they say, all right, it's probably some drugs, something, that it's mass, something in the water, maybe they ate something. 10 people, 20 people, all right, mass hysteria. You get 1,000 people see a pink rainbow bear walking down the street. Now you got a pink rainbow bear god that people will start worshiping and shit, man. All of a sudden, it's the power of God, things created from whatever, man. People have stories people want to follow, but so hallucinations are simply you switching into another stream of information and accessing another door of reality. It's that simple. And what a lot of people don't realize is, right, a lot of people who become older and they start, they call these things dementia, and they start losing their mind and they're hallucinating. What's really happening is, I'm having deja vu, man. Either I talked about this in another video, or as I'm telling this story, getting bleed-throughs from the future where I already made this video. But anyway, a lot of people don't realize is that these people are actually tapping into their abilities, a lot of older people. But since there's no framework or reference in us modern society to guide these people, they simply just call crazy and shit like that. But I'm getting a strong feeling I talked about this already, so I don't want to go into this again. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. A hallucination is simply you tapping into other realities and it becoming manifest within your field of perception. But yeah, so I'm in these other realms and with the inner senses. For me, it's become a different, like when I talk to people about this stuff now, like I met up with a friend of mine, man, over here, and we went into our talk, and there was some people on the next table. I doubt they understood us because I don't think they spoke English, but if a person was able to hear the way I talk with this one individual, that when we do get together, they would be like, yo, what the fuck are these guys talking about? Are they aliens or some shit? Because when you meet other multidimensional beings and you both or all are very aware of what you are, the conversation takes on even a different type of syntax, a different type of grammar. Not even grammar, but it just takes on a whole new dimension of itself, man. Because the way we're talking is like, we're here but we're not here. And sometimes it gives me a little bit of, I'm a teacher here, and I got to teach, and I deal with English and all this stuff, and I got to come to school. I have to talk about a lot of things that is interesting, but it doesn't interest me. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like I talk about it because I have to, and I have to have an interest in it because I'm aware a lot of individuals are not at this point where I'm at right now. So I have to take their level of development into consideration. But on the same note, it's like sometimes I'm like, damn, man, I really want to get into some more deeper stuff. And I do have a few individuals. It's not a lot, but there's a few. I probably count them on one hand. But there's only a few individuals that I've begun to guide them like into these deeper realms of topics, and now they're coming around. And I've been, feeding them tidbits here and there over the course of a few years, and now finally, some of them, or at least definitely one person, is starting to get into that, the more deeper stuff, because the interest, the light bulbs are turning on, man. They're like, yo, what's this guy talking about, man? He's been talking about this shit for a minute, and now it's starting to take hold, man. I want to know more about what's going on here, so, but yeah, so when you get to this point that I'm at, and you meet up with others who are at this point, just look at how your conversation goes. If you're lucky enough to have another individual to be on the same level with, and you'll see a whole dynamic take place, man. It's like the power. Number one, you're feeding off of each other's energy. So me and this one person, I'm feeding off of his power, he's feeding off of my power, and every time we meet, our power just expands out, man. Double, triple, just explodes, and the energy is so high. Even people sitting around us are like watching us, like, yo, what's up with those guys, man? They look like, they just look like something, man. What's going on? And you can feel their energy bouncing back at you, like, yeah, I know they feel it and stuff. But that's good, because they talk about power spots, right? Over here in Japan and the world, but especially in Japan, they got these things about power spots, power spots. You got these cats traveling for miles and miles and miles just to get to a power spot, man, which is a place, could be a temple or a mountain or something, and they believe that it has some power in it, so they go to get this power, right? But you see what I'm saying? Stop, man. If they had access to their abilities, they would know that you don't have to go traveling for no power spot, man. You are the power spot. You have the power. We're walking power spots, man. We all have the power within us. And yeah, we don't have to really do anything as far as getting power. You're not going to get power from anything, man. I mean, at least, all right, yeah, there are some places, coordination points. I went into this way back in some earlier videos. Coordination points are basically areas that possess a certain level of energy that can be activated through emotional intensities. So, just to summarize real quick, you can have an area that when you go into it, it has a certain energy field, and depending on how intense your emotions are, you could be really happy, or you could be really depressed, suicidal, whatever. But your energy affects that energy, and then when they both combine, it accelerates whatever thought processes you have. So back in the days, I'm talking about way back, not like 2 years ago, but way back when we were around this planet in this reality, we used to go to certain places, right? And whenever we would build these pyramids and all these other objects, those areas were rich in these coordination points, this energy. So those were the perfect places to build these things. That's why the pyramids still exist today, even till now. And we're like, oh, wow, how'd they make those things back then, man? But it's a lot more than just throwing stone and all the way they tell us in these bullshit Egyptologist things. But it has a lot to do with the energy fields around those areas that the pyramids were put up, and a lot of other great monuments. So they know about these coordination points. I call it coordination points. They got other names. What they call that? I forgot what it was called. Some meridian lines or some shit on the planet, where basically anytime something's built of great importance, they don't just throw it up in the middle of nowhere. I mean, if you look at Washington, D.C., right, you got the White House, and you got the obelisk, you got all these things. You got a question, like, why was Washington, D.C. put up there, the White House? Because if you look around the White House, and I've been to Washington, D.C. before, there's like fucking homeless people and chilling around the White House. I mean, it looks fucked up around the White House. Shit looks bad, man. It looks like the ghetto. You got the White House sitting right here in the middle. Why that spot? Because that was a powerful coordination point, and they built these monuments there on purpose. They know what they was doing to get that power, get that energy. That's why when you look at the White House, I mean, I know they got it fenced in to keep keep it from falling down. They keep it up, but still, there's a lot of power focused there as the Capitol. But then when you look around it, shit ain't looking too bright. So there's reasons for that, man. There's reasons for these things. But yeah, so what was I gonna say, man? I lost my train of thought right now. I'm hungry. Yeah, I still gotta eat. As great as I believe I am in this reality, I still gotta eat to maintain my powers and shit. But anyway, so check this out. Chilling in the other realms the other night, and I was with a friend of mine that I'm with over here. I was in these other realms, and we were basically, I spent the whole, what you would call a night in terms for here. Spent that whole night of meditating, because there's no sleep. And I was traveling throughout other realities, multiple realities, recruiting people. Not really recruit. How do I say recruiter? I don't know. But it was like I went into this one place, had these 10 women, and they were studying witchcraft or something similar to it, an equivalent of it in this other realm. And I appeared with my mate, my friend, went in, and we came off as they seemed like salesmen and shit, man. It was funny because I watched what they was doing, as I have respect, so let me see what they're down with. So I watched what they was down with, and they went to the whole, Mother Earth and all these natural things, and it was cool. And then I was basically like, well, look, I'm from this other realm of reality. And, I mean, I did it more smoother than this, but I'm just breaking it down. But basically, we just introduced ourselves, man, and let them know, hey, this is where we're from, and if you get down what we're talking about, I see what you're talking about. Now let me introduce you to what we're talking about, and from here you could really expand your power, your growth, and your consciousness. And they were really feeling it. So we had this whole conversation about where I'm from, which is this reality right now, where I'm from currently, like the current reality that I'm holding up in physical reality, and it was a real deep thing. So we finished. And long story short, got them to get down what we were talking about, and they were willing to learn from me. And then from that point, then I went into another reality, and this other one, it was a guy sitting in a bar. He was real depressed, possibly suicidal, and he was real down. And I approached him from behind, put my hand on his shoulder, and I was like, "Hello, brother. I see you seem to be in a unhappy state of mind right now." And sat down with him. He was having a drink. I talked to him for a long time and basically explained to him what I was all about, what I represent, and the greater vision of, as a whole, of what I represent. This is not just me. I'm just a portion of it. But he understood what I was talking about. Got him to join the ride. He signed up, signed on. After that, and it kept going like that throughout the whole night, man. I was just manifesting into different realities, introducing myself, real friendly. No, I'm tearing heads off like other videos I made. But this was different, man. It was like I was here on business as a teacher. I was here on business to help teach others. And I don't know if a lot of y'all have had this, but when you get to this point that I'm at, you're going to start teaching in other realities. And I may have mentioned that in a lot of other videos, but it's funny, right? Like, a lot of people that I know, including myself, that is real deep into this and they remember who they are and they're awakened, they're all teachers in this physical reality. I'm a teacher, my friend's a teacher, this girl back in the States, she's a teacher, a few other people, they're teachers. They're all teachers, whether it's in a university, English school, or whatever. But it just shows you how, they have that phrase, as above, so below. I say, as within, so without, whatever. But if you are a multidimensional being and take up the role as a teacher, manifest through other realities, it's quite naturally to assume that role, but from a physical standpoint within physical reality, and be a teacher. And because that's where you feel at home is teaching. So yeah, I'm a teacher. Yeah, I mean, I teach English, but you see, being an English teacher, it grants me certain benefits because a lot of the times I have conversation classes, and it gives me a chance to, kind of slide in conversations and topics that deal with a much more deeper level of understanding. So that's one of the benefits of being a teacher over here in Japan. I can try to introduce individuals to different things that they definitely won't experience or have a chance to discuss when they're with their regular associates. So yeah, that's what I was doing the other night. I was traveling through all these realities and stuff, and yeah, getting people to sign on, man, to the multi-dimensional train. Let them know, because see, I talked about this before. I have access to all these other realities, right? And all of you do too, but you just don't use. You're not using your abilities right now. But a lot of people get confused. They think, in the other realities, people are all intelligent. They're not, man. There's other realities, an infinite number of realities, right? And in all these realities, they also need a teacher. They also need people to come in to kind of guide them towards something bigger. And when I say teacher, I don't mean like, a guru where I'm sitting down and, I have all the answers and give me your money and shit like that. Teacher meaning like a guide, basically. And it's not a guide like, like I said, it's not that type of guru type shit. This is more geared towards guiding them back to themselves, to make them realize, hey, look, I'm just a manifestation of something bigger that you are also a part of. And you need to realize your own abilities. And you can tap into this stuff too. And not just, and this, where it's important is like, if I help anyone tap into their own powers, they're not going to tap into exactly what I'm experiencing. They're not supposed to. This is what I've achieved so far on my journey. And you're going to achieve something completely different. So don't try to make your experiences like somebody else's. I'm just saying, like, example, like, all right, oh, well, this guy in this video said he could go to other realms. I can't go to other realms. All right, maybe you can't right now, but you probably have something else that's just as great that I can't do, or I'm not perfected in right now. So everybody has something. You see people on the internet, YouTube, people who could communicate with animals, and I can't communicate with animals, not on that level where you see people chilling with like lions and tigers and shit, and actually having communication and understanding what's going on, dialogue back and forth. I'm not at that level yet, not in this reality. You all remember my other videos where I have that tiger entity, Tora, that I hook up with occasionally, but that's in the other realms. I haven't achieved that level of ability here in physical reality, but others have. Those individuals may be able to communicate with the animal gods in nature and get down with them one-on-one and sit among their groups and not get eaten, but they might not be proficient in dreams. So everyone has something unique. I specialize in dreams. That's like going into other realms, breaking these barriers, helping others to break down barriers, and putting forth systems, not systems, but like systems of belief that can help you, empowering systems of belief that can help different people tap into that power. Structures, just providing endlessly, making structures to help people, whatever. One structure might not work for everybody, so I got to keep making structures. That's what I'm down with. Keep making structures. I make them here, make them in the other realms. Keep burning those structures one after the other. They might be beneficial to certain people. Some people might not be feeling this structure. No problem. Bam, I make another structure. Make another system of belief. Whatever I put out is always going to lead them back to themselves, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Now, Crossroads. That's what I'm going to get into, right? People talk about Crossroads. Crossroads have taken up a lot of popularity, especially recently with dramas like Supernatural. You got Crossroads Demons, Crowley, King of the Crossroads, and all this stuff, right? Angels too, because of these TV dramas. You got all kind of angel dramas now popping up. Angels on Supernatural, Angels, that show called Dominion. You got all these shows, right, popping up. So quite naturally, it's going to be an angel boom now. and demons, which they've always kind of been in popularity for a long time. But when you think of the crossroads, right, you have these old tales, a lot of them coming from, well, all throughout history, a lot of cultures have this concept of the crossroads, right? Crossroads, you got one in the hoodoo where you go to the crossroads and you basically, there's a lot of different versions of it. One of them is you go there late at night at midnight. You might have to go, was it 7, 9 nights in a row, and at some point, the black man or the dark entity. When I say black, I'm not gonna get into that shit. I think by now my viewers already know what I'm talking about. But anyway, an entity will come to you and will give you a skill, whatever it is. So, you want to play guitar. It's one of the famous, when he takes your guitar, tunes it for you, or plays a few tunes, gives it back to you. Now you're a master guitarist. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of different stories like this, right? See, check this out. The real king of the crossroads is you. You are the king or the queen or the god or the goddess, whatever you want to call it. But the real king of the crossroads, the real master of the crossroads is you and me. Because wherever you're at any moment point, right? Like right now I'm sitting in this place that has, from my perception, it's a classroom. I know it's just an illusion, it's not real, but it's just something that's manifested here by myself and others in this reality that believe it's a classroom, right? So I'm sitting here, right? And from your moment point, you actually, all roads intersect from self. So you are a multidimensional being, right? So that means from your moment point, at any point, wherever you are, in any reality, in any universe, you're always going to be the center that leads to all roads. So the crossroads represents you, the multidimensional being that has the ability to cross into all levels of reality. And, they say, like, Papa Legba, he's the gatekeeper to other reality. He holds the keys to the gates. But see, those are all structures that have been created by, I went back, checked my other videos on the speakers, where basically we manifest throughout all realities and create different systems of belief for people to follow to help lead them back to themselves. Unfortunately, people get so caught up into the visuals that they lose sight of themselves and forget that we manifested it just to help ourselves out, but it's really us. And we start to give it outward personifications and personalities, and then we lose track of the whole shit, and we start worshiping these things, and like, yo, we made it. But anyway, so yeah, right, so check this out, back to the crossroads. We are the originator of the crossroads. Anyone can be a king or a queen at the crossroads, man. All you gotta do is go within. Who's the gatekeeper? There's no gatekeeper. You hold the keys to yourself. So just remember that wherever you want to go, at any point in your perception of time and space, it's all within you. The inner senses, psychological time, that would take you to wherever you need to go. But, all these ideas, they're cool because they help. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with structures of belief, man. I mean, if we didn't make them, this shit would be pretty boring. So that's why you need to sometimes have these systems, as long as you understand that you're making them. But it keeps things alive and interesting. And don't keep following shit that's already out here. Said it before, make up your own ideas, man. I mean, if you want to walk around and call yourself the king of the crossroads or the queen of the crossroads, then fucking do it, man. If that's what's going to help you to cross into other realms, do it. If you want to call yourself the master, so many names, man, but whatever you want. You want to call yourself the great God, the great demon, the king of hell. Use whatever is going to help you break through those barriers, man. Regardless of what it sounds like. You don't have to tell people. It's your private thing. But if you want to walk around saying, hey, I'm the king of the fucking crossroads, hey, you're the king or you're the queen of the fucking crossroads. That's it. As much as that. If that's going to help you to manifest into other realities every time you close your eyes and go within this belief that you're the king of the crossroads, you have power, nothing can stop you, you're indestructible, you're immortal. If that's what it takes, then do it. hey, do it. Do whatever you have to do that's going to help you break into them other realms. So, this is going to be a short video because I got to get up out of here. But for now, I'm going to just leave it at that. I think I might want to get more into some deeper things about the Crossroads, but I think for now I gave y'all enough to think about and for you to meditate on. But just remember, the next time you do your meditation, remember, when you close your eyes and you're within and you're in the darkness, right? Just remember, right now, you are the king or the queen of the Crossroads, and all realities intersect through you at that moment point. And from there, you can go anywhere that you want to go. So just remember that, man. It's something to meditate on. But, yeah, we get up out of here, and I'll talk to you again. Peace, love, and harmony as always. And, yeah, hit y'all up either in this reality or in others outside of this illusion of time and space. All right, later.